Okay. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and this is my morning coffee show. How y'all doing today? Today we're going to be talking about my trip to the beach. I want to talk about something real quick, a little rant. So, a couple of weeks ago, I went to the beach, and I went to a state beach park, and I was going there to relax, get away from everybody. I mean, everybody. Just get away from me. I want to hide, peace. That's all. I get there, and so I'm driving there. I get there. I arrive a little late. Okay, fine. I get there at 10 o'clock. I'll be leaving around like 1, 2. I get there, all right, and I'm nowhere near the place at all, but there was a traffic jam, backed up for hours on end, hours. You know, thinking to myself, okay, there's an accident, there's police everywhere, they're guiding everybody there. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck's going on? Okay, there's a police, and I want to know. And I get there, and I get too close, I'm getting there, and it's just becoming hours. 10 becomes 11, 11 becomes 12, 12. I don't get there until 1 o'clock. Do you know what was the problem? Apparently, when I got up to the gate, and I'm like, they were not taking cash anymore, they were taking plastic card. You want to know why? Because the National Park Association, all of them, decided they were going to go cashless. And the lady that told me did it with a smile. We're cashless now, isn't that great? We're going to save the planet. We're saving the planet. No, you're frustrating people. You're making people fucking frustrated. You are annoying fucking people. You're driving them insane with this obsession about saving the planet. Save the planet, save the... Oh my god, this fragile little fucking thing. It's not a fucking fragile little fucking thing. You people need to fucking stop. I have done multiple takes of this already. Some of them actually have me wanting to call it... Some of them are just going to get me banned on YouTube or possibly in trouble with YouTube. Because YouTube now wants to nitpick how you do things. Thank you, Susan Wojcicki. You can go fuck yourself. And no, I'm not editing that out. Fuck you. You need to stop. Nazi bastards. And I'm fucking sick of these fucking environmentalist assholes. It's like you decided to back up traffic to get to a certain spot to relax at. You force the police to make the situation even fucking worse. Because, yeah, inviting the police will always make the situation much better. And then, to top it off, you're not going back to a cash system. Something that's malleable and you can touch and easy. That whole situation could have been solved simply by just having here's $20. Oh, here's $20. Oh, here's $40. Simple, handing you fucking money is quicker than using a fucking card. You people don't care about convenience anymore. You care about your own selfish fucking, I'm a hero, look at me, rah, rah, rah. Look at me, I'm a fucking hero. This is an annoyance of the environmental activists. You people need to take a shit. You need to have a cigarette and you need to take a shit. Because I'm trying my best not to provoke anything that it will that will get me in trouble. Because I had to do this multiple fucking times. But you're getting close to that fucking edge. And I'm tired of you motherfuckers. I'm very sick and tired of you motherfuckers. You're not making life easier for anybody, so knock it the fuck off. And I demand the National Park Association go back to cash. Because you want to know why? Because I'm tired. This cashless system is not fucking working. You're slowly pushing people into communism. And you know what? I hope someone burns your national parks the fuck. Well, they already are, so that's being on the menu for a while. I'm sick and tired of this shit. Everybody's sick and tired of this shit. And honestly, I've had enough. I've had enough of environmental activists, these people preaching about climate change like they can change it. Look, I get it. And understandably, I don't like pollution either. There's a difference between pollution and a natural thing called climate change. The planet does go through cycles, you stupid fucks. It does. It really does. And it's not due to the sun. It's not, we're not fucking causing it most of the time. Okay, America's not the only fucking country in the world that's causing it. You know, if you wanna keep pointing the finger at us, it's not the first world. Look at fucking China, look at India, but you don't want to talk about those fucking countries because you're getting pain. You're sucking the teat of India, of those countries, mostly China. But then again, I don't want to fucking discuss that right about now. But I'm just so fucking annoyed with you environmental activists, and you act like you fucking are saviors, and you're fucking you're destroying public property. Which, by the way, I'm all for a little bit of like anarchy, but when there's a point when your point is basically, you know, we're gonna cause uproars and blah blah blah, rage against the machine, and it's just like, what are you doing then? Like, explain to me. How is going cashless saving the fucking planet? And before you say anything about, oh, they use money made out of paper, no. Ask yourself, take a regular piece of paper, put it in the fucking washer. It dissolves instantly. You put money in the washer, it gets soft. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe that money is not made out of just pure paper, it's made out of something else. I'm just saying. You know, this... You know, you cause a major league inconvenience to me, not just to me, but everybody around you. What you do, and I'm not talking about the state park people. They can go fuck themselves, and they can. I hope somebody kicks them right in the, you know, ass about that, metaphorically speaking. Because, you know, oh well, you're the victims always, so. But it's these people who block traffic. It's these people who, you know, put oily shit on the roads and shit like that to cause damage to other fucking people. It's these people who destroy priceless art. Thank God they have security measures on that. It's these people who, you know, spray yellow paint, orange paint everywhere. It's these people who sit and do, you know, shit they did in the 60s. You're not doing anything new and exciting. You're just doing the same shit that the 60s did. That, oh, well, we're making changes by ruining everything. Yeah, destroy it. We're saving the planet. You want to go save the planet? Go bury yourself. Or in any sense, plant a fucking tree. Plant a fucking tree. That's all I gotta say about that. Plant a fucking tree. Recycle. Go out to the roads. Start with a sharp stick and pick up trash on the side of the roads. You know, instead of just wasting people's fucking time. And you act like the biggest fucking, you know, victims of all time too. There was a video in Germany of a guy who glued his hand to the road, and it took the fire department to get it off. And the dude was screaming in German, oh, they're hurting my hand, ach, lieben, you know. And the German firefighter, who looked like it was the greatest example of a Chad and an incel. Greatest example of that of all time. It was, you know, the dude was just like a dorky looking glasses guy, you know, liberal guy. And then you had this Chad firefighter who was just like, yo, I'm not even touching it. I'm not even touching. And you know, that's an annoyance too. These people, like, look, and granted, I'm not trying to provoke any kind of like harm to anybody. Like, I made 2 videos already because I got into a point, but it's getting to a point where it's like you're gonna throw hands at it. Somebody's gonna throw hands. And it's always happening now. I mean, there was a woman in Germany who grabbed one of these protesters by the hair. Honestly, she didn't do anything wrong in my book. Like, yes, you grab somebody by the hair and you pull them aside. I know violence is wrong, but to tell you the truth, it's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. And granted, what she did was wrong, but but also in that same breath, I don't think she did anything wrong. She just moved them. You know, this whole point of just blocking traffic, being obnoxious, it's like, you're not saving the fucking planet because you're blocking people from moving one destination to another. It's this obnoxious, you know, saving the planet and making us poorer because, you know, and I bet most of these people are fucking vegans too, these fucking protesters, because their brain is rotted out. Their brain has no functionality anymore, and they're very much going towards aggression and violence, you know. And you can say that, you know, oh, well, you're promoting. No, I'm not trying to promote violence, but I'm more worried about the people promoting violence against the opposition. Like this idea that, well, you're against saving the planet. No, I'm fucking not, by the way. If anybody wants to say anything about this, I'm just annoyed by these activists. It's like you're not activating anything, but you're pissing off people, and they're fighting back. What do you think is gonna fucking happen? They're getting tired of your shit. People are struggling nowadays, and now you're just making you're adding strife to their misery. You're adding misery to their strife, as Marty Brown says. And eventually people are going to fight back. They're not going to give a shit about the cops anymore. Oh, you're going to arrest me? Oh, fuck you. I don't care. I took a few out with me. It's like people are not going to give a shit, guys. Like, listen, you can spray all the Van Goghs and buildings you want. You can sit in the middle of traffic. Eventually people are going to get fed up and your ass is going to get kicked. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to cry victim. No, step up and realize, okay, maybe I was wrong about this. Watch some David Hoffman and they talk about this. You know, one of the videos I watched with him was he was interviewing a policeman, and he says what was going on back then is happening now. There's people who are protesting in the streets, stopping the climate change or the change of the weather, or the global cooling and the scary. Like, do you really think your protesting is gonna stop any of the weather changes? I get pollution. Understandably, pollution is understandably bad. Dumping your trash in a nice area is not a good thing. But however, climate change, and this is another thing too. People need. I'll get into that in just a moment. Climate change. Do you think you're stopping climate? Oh, we're gonna drive electric cars. We're not gonna eat meat anymore. We're gonna do all these things, and yet it's still gonna get hot. It's still gonna get cold. It's still gonna have no effect on what we do. You know, people talk about, well, what about all these weird weather things? I like to think of it as the planet's rotation. Maybe it's a natural cycle of the planet. Maybe some places that were hot, some places are going to get cold now. Or places where we're going to get cold, it's going to get hot. Think about that for a second. Maybe it's a shift in the planets, huh, Chachi? You ever think about maybe we don't just stay stationary and things are not as fragile and weak as you think they are, or they just don't heal? I mean, think about this for a second, folks. Think about this. Like, you talk about, you know, saving the planet, but do you really study the planet? You talk about follow the science, but do you really follow the science, or are you just following the cult of science? You know, you children of Adam, you know, followers of, you know, the science worshiping and all that nonsense. Follow, if you really want to know the science, dig deep, but no, you're too lazy about it, and you let all these experts tell you what, and listen to the experts. You know, why not experiment with it? Same thing with the climate. Again, with not climate. I was to talk about nature. Guess what? You deforest. You know, there's a place, another state park up in where I live. Tornado came in there, tore the entire place apart. Trees were gone. The place was so barren, it was just ridiculous. It was gone. A few months later, vegetation is growing back. It's slowly getting back, folks. Like, nature is not a weak thing. Nature is stronger than you can imagine. And you think, you know, you're saving something? You need to understand the reality of fucking nature, folks. Nature doesn't give a shit if you don't eat meat or not. Nature doesn't give a shit if you fucking drive a Honda Civic or a fucking Ford F-150 gas guzzler. The planet doesn't fucking give a shit. And by the way, I do believe that some resources are not finite. That's how I believe it. Do I have proof on this? No, I'm just a guy ranting to you because I'm tired of just keeping it all bottled up inside anymore. I gotta tell you motherfuckers to shut the fuck up sometimes. Somebody needs to tell you to shut up. Somebody needs to tell you that, no, I don't agree with you. And no, and I don't think the 2020 election was, let's just say, on the level. But I'm not going to get into that, folks. But I don't know. I'm not razor fist. I'm not in black and white. I'm not in color. I'm not wearing the shades. But, you know, well, folks, and he's going to yell at me. I'm not razor fist, so, but I'm just the other guy. And I'm not a metalhead, so what do you expect? But this is my biggest issue, though. It's, you know, the Bugs Bunny rah 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 nonsense, and somebody needs to scream at these people to tell them to shut the fuck up. Get a job, or better yet, do some real activism. Go out into nature, plant a tree, you know, study nature. I think I should do that, and I think I want to do that. Alright, that's all I gotta say about that. And to tell you the truth, folks, don't get wrapped up in bullshit like this. They were telling us when we were kids that if we don't recycle and do all the environmentalist shit, then our planet's gonna die. And here we are now. By the way, Al Gore was wrong. We don't have the planet, the ice caps didn't melted. And you know what? That's another thing too. Watch Dan Priana talk to scientists who were in Antarctica studying the glaciers and stuff like that, and they told him, like, yo, that climate change shit is bullshit. The planet goes through fucking changes. Yes, pollution is bad. Dumping your trash in the middle of the field is bad. However, that's not going to stop the temperatures rising and falling. Sorry, but CO2 emissions and shit like that's not changing anything. Greenhouse gas. We can survive a hot planet. It's a cold planet we can't survive. And don't give me the bullshit, well, I just put more layers on. Yeah. Tell me how much more layers you're going to need until you freeze to death. That's all I'm going to say. But, what was I going to say? How am I going to finish this off? Well, simply enough. Just don't follow any of the bullshit. Alright. Take care. Love you. Bye-bye. Remember to stay awesome. Peace be with you.